We had a full-time. Obviously, Grin Bandal was actively involved, and he actually he was the overseer from the customer side for this project, and he'll be able to share some of his insight. We had an upgrade architect, SQL Server specialist from scalability expert side. We had a DB2 specialist, a Siebel technical architect, an Informatica specialist, and a test lead. So this gives you an idea of the kind of mix of skill set and the kind of team that is required to deploy and successfully migrate a project like Siebel DB2 to SQL Server. So we had the right skill set of people on the team, and we were able to get everything done in time.
Well, BCAA, this is a very important project. So it's part of our 5-year strategic plan to standardize technology and process. And so we go through a phase whereby we have Oracle, DB2, and SQL Server. We need to standardize to one database platform, and we need to standardize the whole infrastructure to a Windows platform as well. We have Linux, we have Solaris, HPUX as well. So our plan for the next 3 years, and it started a couple of years ago now, was standardize onto a Microsoft platform. And so I was part of a program, and this project was a very important piece of that program. And prior to this project, we did a migration of our critical point of sales application, and that was, again, that went to SQL Server. So we had some experience of doing these types of migrations. And the critical thing for me really was really point 4, making sure that we had the right trusted partner. And throughout the initial assessment and our initial key deliverable, which was statement of work, that's what we got. You know, we had the technical competence from scalability experts, but we also had the right intent, and we had that trust. Because I knew from my previous experience that we would have a number of challenges, a number of obstacles, a number of iterative processes, especially in the statement of work. So we needed to have that level of trust. And when we did the initial assessment and worked out the return ROI, especially initially as SE did that phase of work at a free cost, we had that level of trust. And once you have that as a foundation, any challenges you have, you can try and overcome those. And just to give you some more background, prior to this project, we were engaged with another third party, which was a bigger company. And we had many challenges there in terms of escalation, agility. So, for example, it will take nearly a couple of weeks to raise an escalation. But with SC, we found we had the right partner and the right size. So we had that sort of agility. We had the route we could escalate issues, and we had turnaround time pretty quickly. And in terms of the business value of this project, as I said, the primary driver was standardized technology and process, but also to actually save licensing costs on the AIX, and we had a ticking clock for that. So we had a deadline to actually meet that deadline, and straight away once we started to get into the assessment work and statement of work, we were really confident that we could actually deliver this project to budget and to time. In terms of the right people, so we know that we had the right skill set from the FD side. We had the right architects, and we had the correct team to actually make this project work. And in terms of, we had some challenges initially with statement of work. We had some challenges with data migration and data validation and some of the testing. But the end result was, we came in on time. We had a seamless migration over a week and a half, whereby we migrated the analytics portion and then the actual diamond portion. And then post-life support, we had a number of minor issues, but no major issues. So in terms of to the end user and in terms of the business community, it was a seamless migration. So it's a great win-win for BCAA and also for SE. Yeah, that's for me really is in a nutshell. We had. As with all these migrations, it's very complex. There's many challenges, but we had that right level of trust and the right partner, and we were able to overcome those. So right, that's for me the key points really. And I have a background. I've been working in Capgemini for 13 years, so I've been involved in IT services projects. Many IT service projects. I think you have to have the right relationship. Because at the end of the day, that's the thing that's going to get you in on time. That's the thing that's going to, when you have challenges, that's when you're going to get to a win-win solution.